Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And I am doing a podcast on this because I get this question asked all the time. Okay? Why are they still following my Instagram stories? Why are they still watching me on my social media when we're doing no contact or we're broken up? So, why do you think they're still doing that? You think it's because they're still missing you and they want you back or anything like that? I'm going to tell you why they sit there and they troll along on your social media. The reason that they do that, you guys, is because number one, they're nosy. They want to see what's going on in your life. But let me just bring this up. You're not the only one that they're probably tracking. If there's somebody who talked to numerous women, or if it's the other way around, somebody who talks to numerous men, they are going to keep tabs on the people that they had in their life. They want to see what's going on because people always want to compare their lives to someone else. Just like, a lot of people, you look back on people you went to school with and you Google their name or you Google, what they're doing, or you look them up on social media because you're curious. You want to see how accomplished they are in their life. You want to see if they're married, they're divorced, are they in a relationship, what's going on. Okay, so number one reason they do that is they're curious. Number two, they know that when they go on your Instagram story, they know that you're going to see that they're looking at it. So another reason they could be doing that is because that's their passive aggressive way, in a sense, to put them in your mind so that you get the feeling like, oh, they're watching me. Maybe I should reach out to them, because they don't want to be the ones to reach out to you. And then it looks like that takes away their power. So it's an indirect way for them to, kind of keep them in your mind. All right. So that you keep thinking about them. That's why when you break up with somebody, you guys, you got to break up cold. You have to that's it. Take them off your social media. Either you're in or you're out. You can't do it halfway. And so many people make this mistake. They're still talking to their exes. A lot of them are still sleeping with their exes. A lot of them get into relationships and they're still sleeping with their exes on the side. That's why half the people you meet today aren't really technically single, in the sense that, they're not sleeping with other people. That's another thing I've mentioned in prior podcasts. Just because somebody tells you they are single doesn't mean they're not having sex with other people. You guys, don't assume. Do not assume. Because a lot of times, if they can do it, they will do it. All right? And they won't tell you that because they don't want to turn you off. They don't want to show their hand. So here's the deal. When you see that somebody, from your past that you broke up with or you're not talking to right now or whatever, and you see that they're following your social media, first of all, it depends on the reasons you broke up. All right. If it was a bad breakup or something along those lines, you need to block these people. That's it. You need to tell them, not tell them, but it's like an indirect message by blocking them that, you know what? I am done with you. I don't want you around me. I don't want you watching my stories. You are not a part of my life. You don't earn a place in my life. You don't earn a place on my social media. Okay? Because if you don't block these people, what happens is they feel that door is still open. So what happens is they watch you on social media, and meanwhile, don't think they're sitting there crying over you, because most of the time they're not. Most of the time they're busy with someone else. But the problem is they get bored with these other people, especially if you're dealing with somebody who's a player or somebody who doesn't want commitment or somebody who dates a lot of different people. These people, get bored fast. And whoever they're dealing with, they may be dating them, they're going to get bored of them. And guess what? They're going to hit you up down the road. Now, it may not be tomorrow. It may not be next week. It could be 3-4 months. I've had guys hit me up 2 years later. All right. So, that's another sign a lot of times too. players always come back. Now, some guy on my social media goes, players don't come back. Yes, they do. Most of the time they do, all right? He doesn't know what he's talking. Maybe he doesn't, but most of them do come back because they do the rotation with the people that they're dealing with. And, when they're having a dry spell and things aren't working out for them with whoever they are with, then guess what? They give you the hey stranger text, all right? The hey stranger text. Now, you should not even respond to these people. You got to think back on how this person treated you. You got to think back at how it took this person, however long it took for them to respond to you. So what? They were busy having a good time. They were busy sleeping around with whoever. And now they're going to hit you up after they've already run the circuit. Now they're coming back to you. No, you guys. Don't be, sitting there waiting around after they had their fun to come back to you. Because, if somebody comes back to you like that and they don't prove themselves, then you should not be taking these people back, because it's going to go back into the same pattern. Then they're going to come back into your life. You're going to think like, oh, they changed. Okay. This is the biggest misconception people have. Oh, they must really realize that they love me. They went out there, they saw it wasn't great out there, and they came back to me. Not necessary. Most times, no, you guys. Most times they're coming back because they're not having luck out there, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you are the one. It may just mean you are the one for right now till they find something better and they replace you again, you guys. Somebody who really cares about you is not going to walk away, all right? I'm telling you. So they're not going to take that chance of somebody else taking you away from them. They're not going to do it, all right? So the reason that they're stalking you is that they want to see what's going on in your life. They're keeping tabs on you. That's why I tell you guys, don't let people know your business, all right? Don't let people know your business. I mean, as you know, a lot of these guys that are out there that are playing the game, if you look at their social media, they're not showing all the women that they're dating. They have very generic social media. They put a sports picture of like the Lakers, all right? Or they put a picture of their dog or something like that. They're not posting pictures of different babes that they're out with. They may have one here or there, but believe me, a real good player is low key. He is not going to want women knowing what he's doing, who he's talking to, where he's going. Why? Because he's got multiple women on his page that are watching it. And he doesn't want to turn anybody off, because if they see other women, they may unfollow him or block him. So he's not going to show his hand, you guys. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about here. And the same thing goes with Facebook as well. A lot of them don't put in a relationship when they are seeing or having sex with somebody. They use the excuse, I don't believe in that. I don't like to put my relationship status or whatever. Okay. And I've gone into all this in my prior podcasts. I'm not going to rehash all of about, status and everything like that with Facebook and, relationships and all that kind of thing. Now, here's the thing that I need to stress. Just because somebody from your past that you dated or you broke up with is, looking at your Instagram stories or your stories on Facebook or whatever story there is on your social media, it doesn't necessarily mean that they want to come back and be with you, okay? Don't assume that, you guys. And if they're not reaching out to you, you can trust and believe that they are busy with something else, unless it was an extremely bad breakup, okay? So the thing is this, you guys, if you know that person is on your social media, you never want to post memes like, maybe one day the man of my dreams will come into my life, or anything along those lines, you guys. First of all, that's corny as fuck. All right. Second of all, it makes you look desperate. Don't put any of those real corny, memes about breakups or anything like that, or something about how you're struggling or anything. You've got to shine. You've got to show these people that, you know what? I'm good. I'm doing good. All right. Because let me tell you something. The more you show people how great you're doing, the more it's going to it's going to irritate them. All right. It is going to irritate them because they're going to be like, she's doing pretty good. Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have left her and everything like that. And then they're going to be looking at whoever they're with now and they're going to say, oh, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I should go back to her or something, or she can live without me, or she's moved on, or she's not sweating me. But you don't want somebody back like that anyway. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if they're not reaching out to you and they're just viewing your Instagram stories, then guess what? Okay? They are not all into you, and you don't want somebody like that. Because if they were all into you, they would have never left you. All right? Unless there was, special circumstances to the breakup, like you broke up over a huge fight over something like that. But the point I'm trying to make is, you don't ever want to let them see you sweat. You don't want to show them how you're feeling. Nothing, you guys. Don't give these people the satisfaction because they're viewing your Instagram stories most of the time because of their ego. Because if they see that you're not doing well, guess what? It makes them feel better. If they see that you're sitting there crying about, men suck and this and that, and it looks like you're having a hard time meeting people or you're stuck in a rut, guess what? They like that. So you don't want to show that. You don't want to show that, you're struggling or you're suffering or you're depressed or anything like that because you're going to give this person satisfaction. Do you want to give somebody satisfaction that hurt you, that walked away from you, that maybe dumped you? You're going to give them satisfaction like that? No, don't show your hand. They're not showing their hand, so you don't show your hand, okay? Believe me, I know what I'm talking about here, okay? And don't read into these people. What you should be doing is you should be hitting up other people and talking to other people and not falling back on them because you don't have anything else going on in your life. Never go back, you guys. Never go back. You always got to look forward. I mean, unless this person was super spectacular and you broke up over something really, really petty, that's one thing. But if you broke up over major things, like the person went back to their girlfriend that they were still talking to that you didn't know about or something like that, you got to let somebody like that go because they're emotionally unavailable to be with you. They still got a string going on there with their ex. And it's going to be back and forth. They're going to bounce between you and their ex. So do you want that? No, you want somebody who's emotionally ready, who can give you their time, their priority, and you don't know. And rather, that this person doesn't have somebody waiting around in the wings. You don't want somebody who's got somebody waiting around in the wings that you got to worry about every time you have a fight with them. They're going to call that person up or they're going to run to their house and have sex with them. That's no way to live. You want somebody who's completely, solo, that doesn't have any attachments in the wings, okay? I'm telling you, you don't want to get into a competition with somebody else. You should not be in a competition with their exes or anything along those lines. You have to, that's why I tell you, when you get involved with somebody, make sure that person is broken up at least 6 months. At least 6 months, you guys. And I mean, no contact, no hanging out, nothing with the exes, nothing. All right. Because there's so many people that have things going on with their exes that you don't even know about. They'll swear up and down how, I don't have anything to do with them, blah, 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 blah. I'm just, going over by my ex's house to have dinner, because, we're great friends and everything like that. All right. So, their emotional loyalty should be to you. All right. You don't want somebody who's, has any attachments on the outside there. Now, another thing that I want to bring up with you guys, okay? If you had a relationship with your ex, right? And you guys broke up or whatever, and you guys have a lot of memories together. Maybe it was a long relationship that you had with that person and you broke up. You guys went cold. You went no contact. You blocked them. They blocked you or whatever. That person, depending on how much of an impact you had on that person, that person could be on your social media under a catfish. A lot of them do that. I need to bring this up, you guys. A lot of them make catfish profiles and you add them and you don't even know that they're on your page. I've had a few of them. Believe me, I've had a few of them. I still have them. Okay. That they later on I found out who was who and everything like that. They do that because they like to watch, they like to see what's going on, and they like to see that you haven't moved on. They don't want to see you guys move on. Okay? Because then they feel like they lost something. Oh my God, she moved on. She found somebody else. They feel that loss and it kills their ego. But here's the bottom line, you guys. Whether somebody's watching your social media, whether somebody's watching your Instagram or anything like that, if that person is not reaching out and contacting you, all right, and they're in the wrong and they should be, then who cares? Fuck them. Fuck them, all right? You're not going to sit there and play Dr. Phil and try to analyze these people about, how much they like you, how much they don't like you. If they like you, then they should be contacting you. If they don't have the courage to contact you, then, you're dealing with half a man. You're dealing with half a man, or you're dealing with half a woman if she's in the wrong, if it goes the other way, all right? Somebody's got to be able to accept vulnerability if they're wrong and contact you. Not that they play these games of watching you on social media or something like that. That is not somebody who, is a mature individual, okay? A mature individual, shits or gets off the pot. They make a move and they realize, you know what? Okay, I fucked up. Oh, let me try to work it out with you. Let me try to talk to you and everything like that. And if they don't make that kind of effort, they're not 100% in on trying to get back with you. And if they're not 100% in on trying to get back with you, then why are you worrying about this person? They're not worth your time. You need to see you got to make the effort and start contacting other people and try to network and try to talk to other people and make new relationships with people that don't play these kind of games, you guys. Stop trying to analyze. Let me make it simple here. If you have to overanalyze things, you guys, there's a problem. All right? If you have to sit there and wonder, does this person like me? Does this person not like me? Or is this a person afraid to contact me or whatever like that? You are not dealing with a mature individual, or you're not dealing with somebody who really wants you or wants to be in a relationship with you. Okay? And one of the things you have to understand is your time is valuable. You shouldn't be playing games and wasting your time and wasting years with people that are a waste, because that's what these people are. They're a waste. They'll waste your time. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. I've seen it. I've been around the block a 1,000 times, and this is how it goes, you guys. And then you end up wasting years of your life hoping on somebody who really wasn't 100% in with you, okay? So stop trying to think like this could be it. This is the one. If this is the one, guess what? Guess what? They will let you know. They will lock it down. They will lock it down. But the one thing that I have to say to you is this. Always keep it classy. Always hold your class. And don't ever, one thing you don't ever want to do is have regrets. And what I mean by that is one thing you don't want to do is be the one that fucked up the relationship and now you have the regrets because now that person doesn't want to deal with you. If you have a good person and they're treating you well, then you need to show this person appreciation, okay? You need to, I'm telling you, you guys, I always talk about, when people don't treat you well, they don't treat you well, but you also have to praise the people that do treat you well if you want to keep these people in your life, okay? Because in today's world, everybody's a dime a dozen. So if you're giving them a hard time or you're not being reasonable or you're not treating them right, guess what? They're going to go to somebody else and you're going to regret losing them. I've seen it happen. So, I hope this helps you. And if it did, you guys, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. All right. And remember that people that are serious minded will make the effort, will contact you and everything like that. So anybody, just looking at your stories or anything like that, sorry to tell you, the only thing they're doing is seeing if you moved on because of their curiosity, or if they want to come back to you if it doesn't work out with who they're with now. All right. So if they're not making their move, they're not shooting their shot, and they're not contacting you, then guess what? They could stay where they are, and you are moving on. All right. And don't let these people know what you're doing. All right. It's none of their business. They don't deserve a place in your life. If they have walked out of your life, they don't deserve to know what's going on in your life. Don't reach out to their friends, family, nothing. When you do that, you lose your power, okay? Because then they're going to report back to them, and they're going to tell them, oh, so-and-so was asking about you. And they know they got you, all right? They know they got you, and that means they can come back whenever the fuck they feel like it, and you don't want somebody that's going to, take you for granted like that, all right? So I hope that helps you guys. Don't forget, subscribe, share the podcast, and have a great day. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz. If you have a dating or relationship question, or you need an opinion on something, go to the link in the bio and ask a question and get a personalized video sent back to you. It's in the Linktree/The Game Exposed, and you could ask a question and get a personalized video confidentially sent to you, answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to make you aware that the Game Exposed podcast now has their merchandise available. You can check out the link in the podcast description. There's hoodies, there's sweatpants, there's t-shirts, there's cool hats. So go check it out. Link is in the podcast description. And follow Yaz on Instagram at dating_advice_Yaz.